And here's the thing, the unemployment claims have been on the rise lately, and everyone's facing higher inflation right now. And the data that was just released on Thursday showed a big increase in the initial jobless claims for September, bringing them to the highest levels that they've been since 2021. But even though the jobless claims are jumping and inflation is jumping, guess what's not jumping is the size of the unemployment checks to help keep up with the cost of living. And this is why I'm telling people, if you have a job right now, even if you hate it, you should keep it, because it's going to be very difficult to replace it, especially if the income is good. And that's usually how it goes. Like, the more money you make, the more you probably hate the job in general. So it's more tempting to quit because you feel more secure because you make more, and you hate it so much that also gives you more of that motivation to quit. But recognize that you could end up like this guy, just doing a bunch of odd jobs and gig work just to scrape by, after 2 years of being unemployed. But as of August of 2025, the state labor departments paid on average $462.68 per week benefits for recipients. And that's a 2.6% increase from the same time 1 year ago. Meanwhile, we just had the inflation report come up where the CPI was up 2.9%, and the core inflation numbers are up 3.1%, which you might as well just round up to 7 or 8% when we're talking reality here. And of course, everybody gets different amounts of benefits based on the job that they had, also the state that you live in. For example, in Texas, the average benefit was over $500, according to the Labor Department. But in California, the weekly benefits in August averaged only $373 a week. So it's kind of crazy because Texas is considerably cheaper to live there versus California, and yet the unemployment benefits here are significantly lower. And here in California, since 2005, they have actually capped weekly payouts at $450 for the last 20 years. So clearly, those unemployment claims have not been keeping up with inflation. Although one thing I will side with the state of California on this is they probably know that there's probably far too many people who are taking advantage of this and bleeding out the system due to the way things work here. And they probably intentionally are keeping it that low in order to not make it more profitable for people to sit around and not work versus have a job. But think about it. The average weekly payments are only $462, but the weekly earnings on average for the country are about $1,250 as of August, okay? So these unemployment benefits are not even covering half of what somebody was making at their job. Is it better than nothing? Sure. Is it going to pay the bills? Absolutely not. Now, unemployment benefits were never designed to completely replace someone's income. But the problem is, as you can see, sometimes that bridge is just too long. People going 14 months, 16 months, 24 months without a job, even though they're looking hard and trying and actually applying, the job market's completely broken. I mean, these benefits are essentially there to pay for your most basic expenses like food and keep your life in place during a temporary period of unemployment. But with how much the cost of living has gone up, it's not even enough to do that anymore. I mean, you'll be lucky if you have a family if those unemployment benefits even pay for your weekly grocery bill. Some states are lucky, like North Dakota, New Jersey, and Massachusetts, where they automatically adjust unemployment benefits to the rate of inflation. But even that is a scam too. It's better than nothing, but the inflation rate is cooked. They're cooking the books with inflation. They don't measure it the way that they used to 30 or 40 years ago. And it's all designed now to make things look much better than it really is. And guess what this is going to do? This is going to lead to more and more people pulling back on spending even further, which is the smart and right thing to do when you're in this position. But it's not going to be good for the economy because all businesses rely on consumer spending. Our entire GDP is basically made up of that number, how much money people spend.